If it's the same type of game, I feel like Strange just has it. I felt like he had so
Yeah.
much more of just I understand it. Yeah.
Yep. He was in complete control of that last game pretty much throughout the entire way. There's always JackO playing a little bit from behind. But we'll see if JackO can get the better under the build orders here on this map. And maybe take it.
Now we'll have to see over here, top left-hand corner of the Cactus Valley. It is JackO.
And in the bottom left, playing for Cascade's professional team, it is the Purple Protoss from Russia. It is Strange.
After the chat rant, you got the full name of the team.
Yep.
Everything is good with Strange. At least in this position, I mean, you can debate about it all you want early game. Like, I guess maybe Strange has an advantage going Stargate, whatever, because of the angles. But I feel like overall, as we were saying, Strange, if it comes down to that big, long end game, Strange has got it. Like you even said in game one, Creature, it's really going to come down to, can JackO hit a timing? Maybe if he can make it, that's when he can shine.
Yep. But maybe he can get into a better setup this game, because I think from the previous game he was just behind from the build orders. Like the Phoenix didn't do anything. He got his Nexus later, and then Strange was able to get that double Robo, and then JackO wasn't able to punish it, and then it just kind of all snowballed from there into the late game fight.
PvP snowballs so easy no matter what it is because you're relying off all those big tech units, and opponent has one more, just kind of overpowers you, and it's so hard to produce because they are the big tech units, whether it be Stargate or Robo, or even in some situations the High Templar. It's hard to remake them when you have to wait like upwards of a minute sometimes to actually see them finish.
Yep. So I'm thinking for this map we'll once again see Strange
Blink,
go Blink.
I think.
Yeah.
I think they're both going to go Blink this time. We could see another Star. Actually, maybe it's going to be Stargate out of JackO.
Yeah, he
A
put
little
his
bit
guys
variable.
on gas pretty fast again. He might go Stargate again. And I think Stargate can work against Blink, but it's much more difficult if you go Phoenix against a Blink player. I think it's better to go against 3-gate Blink. You want to go Oracle and then Robo, in my opinion.
Not only can the Oracle get damage done, but it's always just, the Revelation going into the late game is always a plus to have when you're defending upwards of 3 bases, and it's a big macro game going on. JackO will be getting out that Mothership Core finally. Both players pretty much in the same route, but I believe JackO's going to go Stargate. He's got everything he needs for it, just not quite enough gas. Throwing on the pylons, and just to note, Strange, I think, Strange is actually going to get the last scout here, while JackO's first time gets the scouts. Strange, a little bit depressed about this pro, but that's what he sent it out for. He said, I want to get the earliest possible scout I'll get, and this is going to be it. And actually, it could potentially see the Stargate go down. JackO's not careful. Yep, there it is.
All right. We see JackO going for a Sentry here. So he's switching it up. He's going for a Nexus here, which against 3-gate Blink is generally pretty good to go Nexus and then Robo off Sentries. So maybe JackO here, metagaming Strange a little bit. Oh, he's going Stargate. Interesting. All right. So I think now this leaves JackO a bit more vulnerable against Blink. Normally against Blink you want to go Expo and then Robo, but I think Stargate's a little bit more greedier, and he'll have to get, I presume he's going to make an Oracle from this, and he'll have to do a lot with this Oracle.
So what I'm wondering with the act that Strange is on one base is you're saying even with the Blink plays you do normally get that second base, and looking at what Strange actually scouted of JackO, didn't scout too much, but sees some really weird pylon placements in the top left-hand corner, and I mean, maybe he thinks it's going to be some one-base all-in. He didn't actually scout that natural base, or didn't see anything at it. So maybe this is just a kind of incorrect read from him, and he's trying to be really safe here, Creature.
Yeah. Yep, looks like Strange is going to expand, so probably not going to be able to punish his JackO's, I'd say, kind of a greedy build.
I think it is quite greedy. See if Strange can actually end up doing that. For now, getting out of his observer, playing everything right, not going for the quick immortal like we saw in game 1. Or actually, that may have been that wasn't Strange. That was actually JackO in that situation. But skipping that, actually no, hallucinated. Will scout just about everything, and that hallucination definitely worth it. See just about everything. Doesn't quite confirm the natural base, but there's the Oracle. It does. And does that Oracle actually get any damage done? Yeah, no.
No, it looks like he recognizes that Blink's done. Now he's got an overcharge, so it's just being really careful with that Oracle.
Oh, beautiful revelation goes down.
Oh,
well, get out! No, 4 health left.
Jeez.
JackO's got to be careful.
Oracle.
This is the most random tangent ever, but I've always wondered in StarCraft if there was a little mod that randomly your units would like have their own like, oh, actually I'm gonna do this, like whatever, and be like, no, I'm telling you what to do, like stop doing this. It's the stupidest idea ever. But the Oracle's like, nah, I'm gonna go in. Second Oracle may be able to get damage done though because the Stalkers are moving out. Actually does pull the Stalkers out because of that revelation. He knows where it is and picks up a couple kills here. Picks up 1, 2 more, 4 in all.
Okay, not too terrible. Does get something for the second Oracle. But now Strange is gonna get out on the map here with these Stalkers, and I would say this amount of Stalkers is enough to be pretty annoying with Blink. Like maybe you can pick off a couple sentries, get some probes killed. But yeah, this is a sizable amount of Stalkers to be annoying here on JackO's side. Oh, it does lose the Oracle, so there goes all of JackO's map presence, and
an overcharge does.
Loses the full energy sentry. Oh, actually blinks onto
forward, takes out the sentry right
that's
there.
That's a pretty big mistake, actually. I don't think he saw the immortal coming down the ramp, but he does lose 2 sentries.
Loses the 2 sentries and at least forces out a photon overcharge, so the next attack should be able to push through. But with the immortal there and a second immortal only a couple seconds away for JackO, I think he should have the defense. By the way, at the back of JackO's base, he did throw down that forge.
Look at these hallucinated Stalkers.
Oh man, it's clever, but you want to have that left-hand side Stalker not right there. You want to have all the ones at the front be the hallucinated, which take the damage. And for now, actually, Strange is going to have to fully retreat back home, blinking all his way back. And in this game, it looks like from the bat, JackO may have just a very slight lead.
Yep, I would say definitely so. You got the quicker Nexus, he was able to be a little bit annoying with the Oracles, but yeah, definitely has the economic advantage.
Oh, and another Oracle moving into the natural base of Strange. Picks up 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's just such a random Oracle as a Protoss. Like you never expect like a third Oracle like that. And yeah, I was able to get a lot of damage done.
That's what I was kind of saying with the Phoenixes, like into the mid game in PvZ. Like you never expect the random Phoenix to kind of meander in and be like, "Hey guys, let's kill some Overlords."
Yeah.
Or whatever. You never expect the 9-minute DT rush. You're like, oh, the guy was fine. Oh crap.
Yep. So that random Oracle from JackO does pay off for a total of 6 kills. And yeah, this is a much better setup for JackO in this game. In the previous game, I kind of felt like JackO was playing from a little bit behind the entire time, and Strange was dictating the pace of the game. But I feel like it's definitely an advantage of JackO now. This is JackO's game.
They go 1-to-1 if that's the case. For now, what I was thinking is in game 1, Strange didn't play like he was behind, but kind of did like he got double forge, got double. Oh, does he take out the Oracle?
Yeah.
Strange, at least, he got double everything to kind of not even compensate, but it gave him such a solid lead where he may be able to do that again here and get himself back into the game. But now both players taking their third base of JackO goes down. Third base of Strange is once again just slightly delayed. JackO with the ever so slight lead, which does really factor into the games. But I think the thing I'm actually most worried about with the death balls kind of colliding is in game 1 for JackO, we saw him have like 2,000 bank and just didn't warp anything in. Like kind of did the battle, went crap, I lose, that pulled back, and then warped stuff in. If you really want to take it, you got to be right on top of it the entire time and keep those warp dates going.
We do see Strange once again this game going for the double robo. But you know what? I feel like with the position JackO's in, he's kind of ahead this game, I would say. If he goes for timing, he might be able to punish that this game, which he wasn't able to do the last game because of the position he was in.
One hero zealot. Oh, for a second I thought it killed it, and I was like, how does that work out? Like it blinked away in the middle of the map. One hero zealot does go down, giving the map control back to Strange. And Strange, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, he's got a probe. Maybe looking for some random pylons or looking to throw down a ninja base. For now, it won't quite be the case. And at least here, we see in the top left, you can see Charge is just a couple seconds away for Strange. And as you were saying, when you are down in that count, whatever it may be, when you have that slight disadvantage, go for the timing attack if you have a little bit of advantage. Sadly, JackO does. Sorry, not JackO. Strange does not quite know that's the case for JackO, but maybe he can make something happen.
He has to
Strange
down
he's
the
already
Templar
down
Archives.
Losses.
Yep. And yep, JackO's got the economic advantage. He's thrown down the Templar Archives. If he does hit a timing, I feel like he's got a good chance of killing Strange. But one thing to factor in is, you know, this map is like a super choky map and kind of difficult to attack into. So if JackO does choose to go for that timing, he'll have to be really careful about choosing his fight.
With what is how many gates is this? This is like 6 gates being warped into the main base. Either he grossly didn't think about gates, or he will be going for a big attack. His third base is almost completely saturated. Just needs 2 more probes at that end. Should be able to push out here from Strange. He's looking ready. I'd love to see him go that double robo, which we actually do see Strange. Is JackO doing that this game again? Not quite yet, at least. But I think definitely from what we're seeing right here, Strange is looking for the attack, moving out. I think the Mothership core should go with it or hang back home. Is my biggest kind of curiosity.
See Strange being just poking out a little bit with the Stalkers. I think Strange knows that he's behind, and he's just trying to play it safe here, get into the late game. JackO looks like he is going to move out. He's got a probe pointing down some pylons. Generally, you want to hit if you're like ahead as a Protoss, like as JackO is right now. You generally want to hit before you max out. So right now is a good timing for him to move out, and you see he's got all those gateways down. He's exploding in supply right now. It goes up to 179 supply, and yeah, he's just going to be warping in until next.
The thing about the 2 armies colliding and just making this big thing is that, interestingly enough, Strange is actually ahead by 2 Colossus in that. With it just a little bit better macro, the double robo, and it does often come down to that with those chokes, as you mentioned. This Cactus Valley is a very choky map, but you know, we'll see if JackO can go in for the kill. Looks like he's trying to take out this third base. Takes out the pylon. Pylon actually canceled. Now, there is 2 cannons at this base of Strange. Maybe able to deal with some of the charge lots or at least trigger their charge. Definitely Strange does not want that to happen on him. But so far, it's 24 Zealots of JackO to the 8 of Strange. That's really where we're going to see it pop in. And, man, charge lots with +2. They're going to really hit hard in this Colossus force, but both players waiting for the prime opportunities.
What I'd really like to see from JackO right now, he's got the bigger army, but, you know, oh, they are going for the engagement. Well, I would have liked to see a flank, but Strange is flanking.
Strange is a beautiful flank, and JackO's actually going to have Zealots morph in to help that, but now Strange is coming out with a couple more Colossus. Sadly, JackO, how many? He's got 3 Immortals at the front, just pounding through the Colossus. Yes, we saw Strange with that phenomenal what's it called? Completely blanking.
And
back on the back. Oh, man, blanked out right there.
Oh, Strange overstepping his bounds a little bit and loses a Colossus. I think if JackO goes for another attack, he might be able to take out Strange here.
I agree, but Strange now is changing it up a little bit. Did he get Storm? No, he's just making Archons with that force, and it's going back and forth. JackO's going to try to make another attack right there. I loved the flank that we saw right there by Strange with the positioning, but he's now lost actually didn't lose the pylons barely. They survived, and he's still got the flanking pylon. I feel like maybe would JackO want to hit the third base from the opposite angle and maybe give him a possibility to jump into the natural?
You definitely don't want to attack from this angle because
that's what
a super choky angle. I like the angle he was attacking from. I think JackO, if he attacks again, he can close out this game and tie it 1-1. But it looks like he's gonna play it safe and go into try get a 4th base behind this. But you know, I'm not sure if I love this position because you know Strange is on the double robo. If Strange maxes out again, I feel like Strange will have the better maxed out army. But hopefully for JackO that he doesn't let that happen. And we do see JackO approaching max again, so maybe he'll try and attack again, but it looks like he's going to try and play for the later game. He's sacking some of these zealots slowly, and maybe he's going to try and match Strange's army in the late game.
You were talking a little bit when that first fight went down that JackO was ahead army supply-wise, but that was because of a long accumulation of just a ton of zealots, and as you're mentioning now, going into more of the late game, Strange, he will at least have equal on just the ground units, and it'll be a much more equal fight with the double robo, with more Colossus. Currently, how many Colossus? It is 9-9, but traditionally Strange, at least in these two games, has had a lot more robo production. With that, I agree, if it does go to 200-200, Strange may be able to take it. And I just got to point out, I love the fourth bases of both players were literally almost the exact same, like a second apart, going down. Even though it's so far into the game, both just game sense-wise, take it fourth base right now. Do you see a nice little blank for JackO, which could prove perfect for a counterattack? And actually, a small Zealot counterattack into the fourth base of Strange. A couple of Zealots of JackO will get the upper hand, and more Zealots warping in from, I guess, the top right, top
he's
middle.
Losing a lot of probes here. But at the same time, the more probes that Strange loses, the bigger his max army will be. So it's not always the best case to kill probes in this situation.
For JackO, just looking at the top right, like I was saying, he does have a little bit of a bank here, so maybe he feels like he can trade out. He just wants to make sure that Strange cannot survive another attack, but will end up getting 11 workers, 24 in all. Maybe not enough, though, and like you mentioned, that's not a good thing. When you clear out supply for, what, 2 more Colossus? That is a scary thing to do. Actually, it's going to be DTs warping in, though. See how that pans out? Is there an observer, actually, with the army of Strange? Actually, there's... Yeah, there is an observer. There's 3 observers. He's very observant.
Okay.
So I was to say, wait, like that would be the beautiful situation if there was just nothing. It was like, yeah, DTs, slaughter everything, like 10 DTs warped in. That's when you Colossus focus down your own Zealot and hope that the extra damage is somehow thrown on. Or whatever it is.
And there.
Storm it.
Oh.
Lots of Archons
the better
for Strange.
concave is for Strange here.
Beautiful concave. Not only a beautiful concave, but he had a slight flank on the right-hand side and just completely pushes back
This is
JackO.
what I feared what would happen for JackO. Is, you know, Strange was on the double robo for a very long time. JackO, he had the better economy, but he was only on single robo. And yeah, it just snowballed in this fight. Strange built... He let Strange max out on a better army composition. Now he's paying for it.
The one observer is going to save Strange's life right there. Desperately, they try to turn into Archons, and like I was saying, as long as JackO can be on top of his warpins, maybe he can make something happen right there, but he's got to get the Colossus there in quick time. I guess it's up to the cannons of these 2 Colossus right there. JackO trying to desperately defend. This is his fourth base. His main is completely mined out. His natural is just about to mine out, and he needs to be able to hold this to be able to contend, but GG, man. What, 9 Colossus versus 3? I think
really
Strange
felt like
goes
this
2-0.
This was JackO's game. Like, I feel like JackO, he didn't recognize how far ahead he was in this game. He didn't quite have the killer instincts. I think if he would have, like, if he goes back and watches this replay, he's gonna kick himself because he was so far ahead in the army supply. He could have killed him, but he chose to go back and try and match Strange's army. But you know, he just didn't have the tech that Strange had in the double robo.
Strange can't quite max out here, but he will be pushing in. By the way, he's actually Strange's at 3-2, while JackO's only at 3-0. No armor upgrades for JackO in these engagements. Strange looking for the final engagement, just doing a big warp-in of Zealots and Archons. Yes, there'll be a decent surround of Zealots for JackO, but it's not good enough. No observer, as the creature just mentioned, and GG, Strange is going to go 2-0, moving on to face Bly. I think. Yeah, there's always this... Okay, GG. There's always like...
for JackO to swallow that game, because he was so far ahead.
It's also got to be a little annoying for game 1 to... not necessarily go the exact same way, but just when the final armies collide, it's that game where it's like, I spent, not really of my life, but like 17 minutes of my life preparing, and then push back.
Yeah.
GG, Strange goes 2-0 and is going to move on to play Bly. Now, Bly went 0-2 versus Namshar. Namshar went 2-1 versus Strange, so maybe Strange has a chance at beating Bly. Bly is the defending champion. That is going to be a PVZ coming up for you guys. Should be quite good. And now I'm really worried about breaks only because of chat this time, but I believe we will only to do veto, guys. This is the Rivals StarCraft 2 League. Check them out at RSL SC2 if you want to support us. And Creature, my wonderful co-caster,